Have you ever heard footsteps that matched your breathing? Not your heartbeat, not your pace, but every single inhale and exhale. I did. At 3:33 a.m. last Tuesday. And if you're wondering, no, I didn't stop walking, but I should have. I live in a small town where nothing much happens and nothing much changes. We have one grocery store, one gas station, and a diner that still serves coffee in chipped mugs. I work the late shift at a warehouse just outside of town. By the time I clock out, the streets are empty, and the only sound is the buzz of the streetlights and my own shoes against the pavement. I take the same route home every night, through Main Street, past the old post office, and across the bridge, over a creek so shallow you can see the rocks gleaming in the moonlight. I've walked that way hundreds of times. Nothing's ever happened worth remembering. Until last Tuesday. That night, the air felt different. Not colder, just thicker, like every breath had weight to it. The streetlights seemed dimmer than usual, not flickering, just pulling the light closer to themselves, as if the darkness was pressing in. Halfway across the bridge, I heard it. A step. Not mine. I stopped, and the sound stopped. I took one step forward, slow, careful, and right behind me, another step, perfectly timed, with my own. I turned slowly. The bridge behind me was empty. The railings glistened faintly with dew. The creek below murmured the same quiet song it always had, but my pulse wouldn't slow down. I told myself it was nothing, probably an echo, or the boards under my feet settling in the cold. So I kept walking, step, 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 and then it started again. This time, the sound wasn't perfectly matched. It lagged, half a second behind me, as if whoever was following was adjusting their pace to mine. I crossed the bridge and stepped onto the street. The footsteps followed. My shadow stretched ahead of me, long and thin under the streetlights, and behind me, just at the edge of that shadow, was another one, taller, too tall. But when I glanced over my shoulder, there was nothing, only the road and the hum of the lights. I quickened my pace. So did the footsteps. The sound was closer now, like whoever, whatever, was behind me was no more than a few feet away. I wanted to run, but something deep in my chest told me not to. I passed under the next streetlight, and for just a moment, I caught it. Not in front of me, not in the corner of my eye, but in the warped reflection of a parked car's window, a shape, walking behind me. It wasn't touching the ground, its legs moved, but each step hovered inches above the pavement. The head was tilted far too much to one side, like it was studying me. I froze. In the reflection, it froze too. For a second, I thought maybe it was just my shadow warped by the glass. Then it blinked. Not slowly, not naturally. It was the kind of blink you see in old security footage, a frame just skipping. My mouth went dry, and somewhere deep in my memory, a voice surfaced, a story I'd heard once, from an old co-worker on the night shift. He said his grandmother told him about the 333 walker, a thing that matches your steps in the dark. It doesn't chase, it doesn't speak, it just walks. If you notice it, really notice it, you're already too late. I checked my phone. The screen glowed in my hand. 3:33 a.m. I kept walking, faster. Every streetlight flickered as I passed. The air felt thicker, like I was moving through water. My own footsteps no longer sounded right. They were out of sync. Mine, clack, then another, clack, a fraction too late. I turned my head, just enough to see behind me. Nothing. But when I looked forward again, the sidewalk ahead seemed longer, like the distance stretched while I blinked. My breathing grew uneven. I tried to count each step to keep my mind anchored. 1, 2, 3, but somewhere around 7. I heard it again. Not behind me, beside me. I forced my eyes forward, but the edge of my vision caught movement. A long, pale arm swinging gently, as if brushing the air. I blinked. Now it was gone. I told myself, out loud, that I was just tired, that the night was playing tricks, but the words came out shaky, like someone else was speaking through me. I tried pulling out my phone, thinking I'd call someone, anyone, but the screen was black, not off, just black, and faintly, I thought I saw my reflection in it, except my mouth was moving, and I wasn't speaking. I dropped the phone. It didn't hit the ground. It just hung there, suspended in the air like something was holding it, but nothing was there. The footsteps stopped. The silence pressed against my ears so hard I thought they would burst. I turned my head, and for the first time, I saw it. Not clearly, not like you see a person, more like how you see your own shadow in a dream, tall, bent in the wrong places, its face, not a face, just the suggestion of one, and it was smiling. I wanted to run, but my legs didn't listen. It leaned closer, and in the stillness, it whispered, right into my ear. You almost made it. Then, nothing. I woke up in my bed. No memory of walking home, no phone. But at exactly 3:33 a.m., every night since, I hear it. A single footstep, right behind me.